Hello, my name is Austin Torres, and welcome to Would You Die, the show where we examine all the monsters and villains of pop culture. Today we're continuing the trend of mommy issues and looking at someone who only goes a little mad sometimes. That's right, it's Norman Bates of the Psycho franchise. What a spooky boy! Let's find out if you stand a chance. Norman Bates first appeared in the 1959 novel by Robert Bloch, Psycho. It was adapted the next year into Alfred Hitchcock's horror masterpiece we all know and love. Seriously, I've never met a horror fan that doesn't like Psycho. And I don't want to. It would take a whole other video to discuss Psycho and why it's a perfect movie. But we are here to talk about Norman today. Norman Bates wouldn't return in any form until the 1980s. From then he appeared in 2 novels, 3 sequels, a few graphic novels, a remake, and the very successful television show Bates Motel. Airing from 2013 until 2017, Bates Motel brings Norman and his mother Norma into the present day and imagines what they were like before the events of Psycho. Fun fact, Norman Bates is the oldest character to appear on the show so far, and he's been played by Freddie Highmore, Henry Thomas, Vince Vaughn, and of course played to perfection by Anthony Perkins. Norman had a very sheltered and abusive childhood, raised by his extremely oppressive and mean-spirited mother, Norma. However, since he lived a life as if there was no one else in the world, this was all Norman knew. She could go a little mad, but a boy's best friend is his mother, you know. Anyways, as he was growing up, Norma ended up taking a lover, and Norman got, as the kids say, jelly. To make a long story short, he poisons them both, and to deal with the immense guilt of committing matricide, Norman develops dissociative identity disorder, splitting his personality into the introverted and polite Norman, and also into the overprotective and murderous mother personality. Bates Motel takes a few liberties, but the basic beats are still there. For example, Norma is a far more likable, but still very flawed character. Speaking of the mother personality, let's talk about it. This side of Norman is violent and murderous, coming out when Norman is feeling aroused or threatened. How do you know which side is which? Well, the mother side of Norman tends to be wearing his dead mother's clothes. Also tends to be stabbing you, a good indication if you're being murdered or not. Norman will go on to live by himself, operating his motel and taking up taxidermy. This will prove to be a useful hobby since Norman's only companion is his mother's corpse. Yikes. Norman isn't really a people person, but it's not like the motel's getting a lot of people anyways thanks to the highway that diverts traffic away from it. But for the unlucky few that ends up at Bates Motel, how can Norman kill you? A knife. Stabby stabby. What can I say? Knives are perfect for slashing. You get the point. Poison. Sometimes Norman needs to be sneaky, and that results in him using poison. Fun fact, the mother's side never uses poison. Maybe that has something to do with Norman poisoning his real mother? I don't know. I studied film in college, not psychoanalysis. Strangling. Chokey chokey. Sometimes Norman doesn't have a knife, but he still needs to get the job done. On accident. Maybe you don't even encounter the mother's side. Accidents happen. Overpower him. He's kind of a scrawny boy. It helps if you know self-defense or have a gun. Really though, just knock him down. He's not Jason. Be a guy. The mother only comes out when Norman is aroused or threatened, so just stay clear of him and you should be fine if you're a dude. Sorry ladies. According to the internet, Norman Bates has killed 11 people in the Psycho film franchise. In the Bates Motel continuity, he kills 10, however that's across a shorter time frame. Across 4 movies, that averages 2.75 kills a film. Across 5 seasons of Bates Motel, that averages 2 people a season. Not the most efficient slasher we looked at. To really dive deep into Norman's murderous personality, let's take a look into Hitchcock's horror masterpiece, Psycho. Norman encounters 5 characters, one of them being off-screen, and murders 2 of them, though the film mentions him being responsible for the murder of 4 others. To make it simple, let's just do the math based on what we see on screen. 2 murders, 4 encounters. That's a kill rate of 50%. That earns Norman a lethality rating of 5 out of 10 skulls. But his lethality rating isn't what makes Norman scary. It's the fact that he's a genuinely nice and gentle person. It's difficult to know Norman is a killer until it's too late. So, if you checked into the Bates Motel, would he die? Based on everything I just said, you actually have a fair chance of escaping Norman Bates. However, that's not how my show works, so you have a 100% chance of dying when encountering Norman Bates. Duh, it's Norman Bates. I know what you're really thinking. Austin, are you really gonna serve us that bull? Yes. Why, in fact, I am. I'd like to say Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and a very happy birthday to one of my best friends, Anthony Michael. This episode's dedicated to you, buddy. Do you have a suggestion on who or what I should cover next? Comment your thoughts and check out my previous episodes here at 3 Wise Men Media. Tune in next time when we discuss some other spooky icon. I'm Austin Torres. Try not to die.